Hey guys, my name is Shane Gurrell, and I am an amateur Bigfoot researcher and really just a truth seeker. And today I wanted to go over this photograph that I took it was actually 2 springs ago near a town called Chehalis, Washington, and it was my second Bigfoot sighting. My first one was in Alaska, near Palmer, Alaska, close to a glacier. But anyways, I want to go over this photograph. I took it. I was a truck driver, and I was hauling a load of clams from Chehalis, from I-5 to the coast, and I was delivering it to Pacific Seafoods. I worked there for a little while, and I drove truck for them. And I was taking this back road. It was probably 5 a.m., and I had to pull over and relieve myself. So I pulled over in this windy little area of the highway. There's like 2 big S curves. If you look it up on the map, you'll see the 2 pretty good sized S curves. And they're really windy. 2 areas of the highway are really windy. And off, when you're driving towards the coast, off to your right is a river. I can't think of the name of the river at the moment, but in your research you can find it. And there's a falls over there with a state park called Rainbow Falls. And I used to go there when I was a kid. There was a lot of Bigfoot stories back then when I was a child. I grew up in the 70s and 80s. And so there was a lot of talk about Bigfoot sightings in the area. A lot of mushroom pickers and hunters and blueberry or blackberry pickers. And a lot of people that like to camp, and they go camping down there on the coast. So they'll leave from I-5, hit that highway, and they'll be on the coast within a couple hours. So I pulled over on the side of the highway there, and there was a little parking area, and just big enough for a tractor and a 45-foot dump trailer that was pulling with the clams. And it had oysters, I'm sorry, not clams, but oysters. And I pulled off there to the side and jumped out and walked on the side of the truck so no one would see me, go to the bathroom, but walked up to the passenger side. And then I walked over to, there was like a fence with barbed wire, and a big old tree, and there was a stump there. And I just started to relieve myself, and I heard a noise, and it was something I'd never heard before. It was like almost like someone talking with someone else, but almost like they didn't know English, and it wasn't like wasn't really a language like Mandarin or wasn't Spanish. And it was something I'd never heard before. It was like, I'll try to mimic it, but it was kind of like, it was kind of mumbly. And I thought, what the hell is that? And I look up, and I'm standing there peeing. I look up, and there was a field, and on the other side of the field, there was it looked like rocks. It looked like the rocks went up a little bit, and I saw movement underneath the tree branches, and I thought, what is that? And there was these 2 humongous creatures, and I was like, what the hell is that? And I was like, oh my God, that's Bigfoot. Because the Bigfoot I saw in Alaska, it looked similar but different. And my first sighting I had, and I pulled out my phone and turned on the camera, tried to zoom in on it, and this is the picture I took. And and then I was so nervous I dropped my phone, and when I picked up the phone they were staring at me, and it just freaked me out so bad. And I just ran back to the truck, and you know, I had that feeling come over me where when you climb into your vehicle, you people have seen Bigfoot. You're climbing your vehicle and you're thinking, "Oh my God, this thing could grab me right now and pull me back down." I had that feeling come over me, and I thought, "Oh my God!" And I got in the truck, locked the doors, and I mean, I'm in a tank basically. It's a big semi truck, and pretty new actually, and and I jumped in and and you know I looked around and I was looking for them, and then the interesting thing though is they were standing there staring, and out in that area I wondered what they're staring at. But when I drove away, I went past the next field, and I saw a herd of elk. So it made me think that they might have been like stalking the elk. And but this is a photograph, and I wanted to kind of go over it with you. At first glance, you might think it's a stump, right? And I've had people say that to me. "Oh, that's a stump," and I'm like, "No, you know, I saw them, I heard them talking." And this is the eye of this one right here. This is like the big female one because she has breasts right here, and this is hair. That's her nose right there, and her mouth area, and an eye socket right here, big eyebrow. And then this is the back of her head. She has no neck, not really. I mean, a little bit of a neck. And then the male one is over here. This is his face right there, and his head, his back, and then like his butt area. You can see the hair is all matted. His legs are down here, and there's a little one right here. This is his head. And so if you zoom into this photograph, you'll actually see them. And here's a nose and a mouth right here. And I've had people look at the photos. I've had people authenticate the photo. And this photo is real, and they authenticated it. And I'm not sure how they do that, but I had a cinematographer authenticate it, and somehow he changes like the look of the photo to see if something's added into the photo, and nothing's added into the photo. So there's a close-up. It has I noticed on the creature that it has this thing here and up here, and they're like horns, but it's a birth defect. A lot of creatures have birth defects, like rabbits. I can't remember what it's called. It's called horned something, where they'll grow these horns on their bodies, and it's like a disease. You'll have to look it up, but once you see the disease, you'll understand what I'm talking about here. And oh, something just happened here. There we go. But yeah, you'll see that. Here, I'll do a close up right here. There. Now you can see the male Bigfoot. That's at the top of his head right here. That's his eye, his nose, his mouth. You can actually see his mouth and his little top lip right there. This is his chin right here. This is his butt. And his legs are down here. And then there's a little one right here. And the little one's claws are right here. You can see a smaller hand or paw or whatever you want to call it, and like claws right here. That's from the little one. There might be, kind of looks like there might be another little one right here. Maybe it's that one's feet. See, you can kind of see a long nose and snout right here. That could be its feet with like claws. You can see the claws right here. One here, the second one here. And then, oh, that looks like a snout right here. Yeah, I bet that's another Bigfoot right there on his feet. And you got her face is right there. And then I think there's a little one on the front of her belly right here. And that's its feet are down here. Pretty incredible though. I mean, that's a real Bigfoot right there. You can really see his nose and his eyes. Pretty good. And his arm. You can see it on the other side of the tree. It's really long. But I wanted to show you that, and I wanted to go through each photograph that I have. Over the years, I've been taking photographs of Bigfoot and other creatures that I've seen out in the woods. I spend probably 20% of my time working, and I'd say 80% of my time looking in the woods for weird creatures and things. And I have photographs and video to prove it. And so I'm going to share those with you. And I'll try to do at least one a day, maybe two a day. And I own my own business, so I have to work with that as well. So just subscribe to my channel, share what I'm showing you, and we'll just go from there. And I have a lot of stuff that I hesitate on showing people. Not because I care about what they think. I just it'll really make you rethink everything that's going on. I've observed some really crazy things lately, and really high up in the mountains, and it really makes me rethink everything, like everything. And I've seen some things that really actually scared me. I mean, I've been looking for the weird I call it the weird, but for a few years now. And the more you look, the more you're going to see. And it really depends on how deep you want to go into the rabbit hole. But I'll share what I have. It won't all be Bigfoot. Some of it might be aliens and other things like that. Things that I can't explain, but I have really good footage of. And so we're starting with this small clan of Bigfoot from the Pacific Northwest near Chehalis, Washington. And then I'll show you more Bigfoot that I've caught on photograph. All right. So peace. Love you guys. Hope you subscribe and see what I see. And you won't be disappointed. Thank you.